Hey everybody, I am on for the midweek message reveal Wednesday, July 19th. Happy midweek. Welcome to the energy that is the new moon in Cancer. We are moving into a space where all of the emotions, all of the feels that you might be feeling are bubbling up to the surface and literally probably pouring out of your face. And that is normal and that is to be expected. And that is very Cancer energy. The new moon, while it is one that is meant to seed intentions for what it is that we want to do moving forward, the Cancer moon is really all about cleansing, and Cancer, its main planet is the moon itself. So this is like extra potent. There's a lot of feminine nurturing energy of the goddess, energy of the mother coming up. So that could be feelings that you are feeling yourself around motherhood or your own mother, or through nurturing in general. Or it could also be things that are coming up around nostalgia, around the home, around what it is to have a good, solid, secure space. And what does that look like? What does that feel like? And things that are out of alignment with that in your purview are going to be coming up for review. So there could be feelings of grief. There could be some real tiredness, some heaviness and feelings in the body that are kind of achy quaky kind of vibes that are coming up as well. Now we also have moved with the lunar nodes, the nodes of the moon, from Taurus and Scorpio to Aries and Libra, and this is something that will affect us for the next 18 months. It's a big deal that we've moved from into a space where we have energy that is focusing on Aries and the self, the I am, and Libra, the counselor, the cooperative pair, and the interpersonal. So things will come up around feelings of what it is to speak up for yourself, to be in your power, to be independent, and feeling a sense of who you are. And that will be kind of conflated with the shoulds and the people pleasing that happens in relationship and partnership and work, and what that looks like when we're working with others, and our responsibilities to others, and our perception of ourselves in the guise of a group, and what it means to be balanced, and what it means to be in a state of non-judgment or judgment. So those themes will be coming up as well, and might be a little bit sticky here for the next couple days as we move forward. But know that the energies and what is coming up is designed for us to release. And the more that you can let go of the emotions and the heavy things that are coming through in your experience, it's just making more space for us to bring in and to materialize into our reality all of the good stuff that we're wanting to create as the new moon seeds new intentions. Okay, so stay in a space where you can at least acknowledge the things that are arising for you, and not try to assign a story to it, so you're able to release in a way that is as quick and painless as releasing and integrating can be. Right? The woos. We also have some planets that are going retrograde, Chiron and Venus. And Chiron is the wounded healer, Venus having to do with how we feel about love, and the ways in which we love. So more themes around the emotions that are going to be coming up with who we are, who we think we are, and who we love, and how we think we need to be loved and love others, is also going to be a little bit on the backspin, because remember, retrogrades have us go back a little bit to kind of recheck and say, is this how we want to present ourselves, or is this how we want to behave, is this how I want to be treated, so on and so forth. So you'll have that time for some review. Okay, so we did tarot this week. Let's go ahead and jump into the cards. So group 1, if you chose 1, your card is the 9 of Pentacles. Now you see Blanche sitting pretty here with all of her pentacles having to do with the material world, the material wealth, abundance, all of the good stuff that we want to bring into our experience. And this card is like a real yay, good job, atta boy, atta girl, atta they, atta you, for really acknowledging and appreciating the things that you've done for yourself, self-reliance. So it's a card of well-being, it's a card of growth, it's a card of saying that we've reached the end of a cycle now. Nines have to do with closing something before we can begin something else. So something has come to a close. This may be something that you're looking to move forward on. This may be just a general feeling within that you're just like, okay, you know what? I think I'm past this. I think we're ready to move on and do something else, and I'm ready to create. And there's success there too, because what you've done is that you've moved forward in a space that you've allowed the intentions, your intentional action, the things that you've put forward and really put a lot of hard work into. You have succeeded through this efforting. So be really proud of yourself here. You can kind of lean back and rest on your laurels, rest on your haunches, and know that everything that you've done well, and that what's coming to you is divinely guided and meant to be yours. So you can just sit there and chill, have a nice glass of champagne, and know that you're awesome. Okay. So 2, if you chose 2, your card is the 5 of Cups. Okay, so this got a different vibe to it. You can see on the table here, some of her cups have spilled over. She still has some though that are behind her, and that's really what I want you to focus on. So you might be experiencing 2, you might be feeling a sense of grief or loss. You might be going through a difficult time where you feel like you're in the squeeze. That's kind of what I like to call it. You're really going to need to give yourself some time to heal around some of these things and these big feelings that you're having. And 5s, have to do with big life changes. So what's being called on here is that while you're really feeling your feelings, and you might be in a space where you it feels like things are happening to you, not for you. And as we know, that's not the case, that everything that you're presented with has some sort of lesson. There's some sort of kernel of positivity in there, whether we can see it now or it's something that we see in hindsight way down the road. But it's asking you to actually really feel the feelings that you are experiencing, the things that are coming up. You can be in a space where you feel like you're crying over what has happened, and acknowledging what has happened is definitely something you want to do. Don't limit yourself or bypass your feelings on that and think that you should get over something. You're going to need to give yourself some space though, but recognize that where you need to turn and when you're wanting to move out of this feeling is when you're going to need to look at what's behind you here, okay? So there's still full cups on the shelf, upright. Honor what's still here. And through that, when you're ready, then you can see the way out of this. So you can really feel like you can turn around, take a look, and take stock of what it is that you still have. This will get replenished again. That's the balance of life, right? Don't stay too long in the space where you're feeling so mired down by and replaying what has happened or what has been lost, that you are unable to see what you still have and what can be gained and refilled. Okay? It's a perspective thing. Sending lots of love there too. All right. And for 3, if you chose 3, your card is the 8 of Cups. Cups, again, having to do with the emotional self, the emotional body, the way we feel our feelings. I mean, it's literally, it holds the water. Water signs even are very emotional signs that connect us to the feelings of what it means to be human. Okay? 8s are great because they have to do with abundance. They also have to do with the cyclical nature of the infinity symbol of life and the way that things work and the way that things are, they run their course. So this is a card that's saying that, you've really been in sync with a lot of the things that are coming up for you. You've seen the patterns, you've followed them, you're kind of onto it, right? But what is she doing? She's walking away. She's withdrawing. You might be withdrawing from a situation a little bit. You might be withdrawing from, something in the way that you want to be treated, maybe a behavior that you have, or you might even be considering leaving, leaving a job that doesn't suit you anymore, or, maybe there's a friend group that you kind of outgrew, and that happens. And especially with what's going on energetically at this time, we're looking to shed some stuff. So some of that's going to come up, and you're kind of allowing it to happen. Just know that you have the power to make the decision about what you want to do next and when it is that you want to walk away. And just know that when you do walk away and you're in the transitional period, that you are moving on. But moving on is not necessarily something like, I'm moving on, I'm over it. It doesn't have to be so final. But I think the thing that's important is to allow yourself to feel the feelings around it enough to not move until you're in a place that you aren't going to get resentful about it, right? You want to feel a sense of empowerment here. This is where you are choosing. She's choosing to turn around and walk away. She even got her purse in her hand. She's not leaving anything on the table here. She knows exactly what she's doing. Also for you guys here, the time of the full moon that's going to be coming here in the next 2 weeks would be really potent for you to kind of get what you want to have started next on its way. Okay? All right. So those are the messages this week. Would love to hear your feedback, so please leave that below. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Follow me on all of my wonderful social media platforms. You can check that in the description box. Would love to work with you as well, so please hit me up if you're interested in working with me for a detailed reading, light language session. I have all kinds of awesome things to offer and would love to work with you. Hope you have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you soon. Peace.